Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've got something really quite different today to the sorts of makes that I've been making. Today is a junk journal and it really is made out of junk. It's made from junk mail. All the envelopes that you get through the door with, I don't know, flyers or bills usually, things like that. So I have made a junk journal out of that. I'm going to really try hard to stay in frame because I know from my last two videos I seem to keep wandering off. So I'm going to try and keep really still today. So it is made out of junk, but to me it's still just as lovely as the things that are made out of pretty vintage, you know, printables and things like that. It's still decorated lots, it's still got lots of space to write in, it's still full of interest, so we'll just go through it. This is obviously an envelope turned inside out, so you've got the pretty paper here, and I just laid up using a die cuts, just decoration really. I have done this journal more landscape rather than the usual portrait sort of shape. I just felt it suited the envelopes really. It's the front cover. It's quite a sturdy front cover because going through and onto my second page I did just kind of flip up. That's it. So plenty to journal here. You can write on here and all of this to journal, but it keeps it secret and hidden. If somebody didn't want to write all over this, you could decorate this up further. That's the other joy of this journal. There's enough on here that is decorated, but it's still got plenty of scope for decorating more if you want to, or just filling it up with journaling. Over here I used another envelope turned inside out, just popped a little thumb hole in there, decorated up with another die, a little flower this time, made a journaling card out of the a black and white junk envelope this time, popped it on some card, just cut out a little label there, that pops in there. Popping over the page, this is just more die cuts, layered up just for decoration, but you could write on there if you wanted to. And on here I managed to make a little paper fabric ruffle I could do out of pretty paper, but I did it out of the envelope and I'm really happy with how that's come through. I just chose cotton that I felt matched the colour of this, which obviously being junk journals, you are junk mail, you are a bit limited in your colours. It's mainly blues and blacks, to be honest. I did have a green envelope, but I decided not to use it because it was the only one. It looked a bit out of place really. That's obviously just got the detail of the sewing come through from the zigzag on the other page, which I really like. It's just detail without, so you've still got lots to write, but it's got a bit of detail on there. This one was obviously a window envelope that I left as a window here, and then just made a journaling card, so you can write all over the back of that, and that just slips into, oh my fingers are not, my hands are not great today, into there. I just punched out along the edge so that you got some detail there. Left this page as it was. I felt that was nice, and obviously because it is junk mail and the way it's sort of handled, I think, with the post office, there are natural creases in it, and I'm quite okay with that. I think that just adds to the character of it. It's a really lovely feel. I'm not going to pick it up because I really want to stay in frame. Going over here, I just did a nice pocket fold with this junk envelope and popped some more of the paper on the back of there, so that's a nice interesting little fold. It's also, you know, different layers. I don't like all the pages to be the same length, the same height, so that adds interest. Did a little tuck here and made a tag this time, just using different bits of junk mail. And even like the little prints that come on the envelopes add the detail. Like here, that's a print, it's not a stamp, that's what the Royal Mail actually have printed on this junk mail flyer, I think it was. But it's just a bit of detail really, it's just interest. I even managed to make a belly band. So it's got all the things you'd expect in a junk journal, but just made out of, well, junk envelopes. Just a piece of paper in that one, folded up, just so you've got plenty to journal in. I think I'm going to leave that over there actually, like that. There's some more of that printed on. This again, private and confidential, left that. This journaling card inside the window envelope there. I'd made this literally, I just ripped the corner off an envelope that I'd had, because it's just, I don't know, just interesting. I like it anyway. I'm hoping this journal might suit somebody who either, I don't know, loves snail mail, because obviously that's becoming a dying art, snail mail, or or just, I don't know, there's something about this journal I really love. Die cut on there just for some white space to write on the grey paper. This is the centre. It's still done with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I just made tags in these little corner tuck spots here. Page to write on, another page to write on, and I made an altered paper clip here out of just 2 different types of the junk mail inside the envelope. So that just pops onto there. You could write on there or add your own image or whatever. Left a fairly plain page there because you don't want everything absolutely full. Oh no, that's right, that's fallen off there. This is a fabric sort of, not fabric, paper flip up pad. So I've just layered, and with torn edges, all different types of the junk mail patterns that you get, because that's the lovely thing. Although it's free and it comes through your door every day, they are different patterns. Admittedly they're mostly blue or black, but there you go. And this just flips up so you can write underneath it as well as on the top, or decorate it up. Made this into a tuck spot there, and just made another journaling card there. Obviously that's how the envelope was originally ripped open, and I like all that, the ripped edges. And used a butterfly punch here just for a different sort of topping to the tag. Made a cluster out of it there. Another tuck with a tag that I left as double this time, so it opens out like that, so you've got plenty to journal in there. Another punch on that one. Oh, that's stuck together, that's why I can't think what I've done there. This I made like a faux, no I didn't, not faux, I made a real envelope out of an envelope, and then used the same paper this time rather than different coordinating, and just made a little journaling card there, so that's just pops into there. Over on here, another die cut with another sort of punch there. More to journal on. Another window envelope with a journaling card. These make lovely sounds. Popping over the page, just more. Oh, I left this as it was. I loved how this just happened to turn out when I was making the journal. It just happened to have this rip along here, and I was going to cut it all off and make it neat. And I just thought, no, I really like how that has just ripped off just along private, because it could be a private journal. Die cut there, another journaling card in there. Oh, that's from that side. This is using a different kind of punch that I've got rather than a whole punch. It's I think it's for doing lanyards, I'm not really sure, but it's a different kind of top to your tag, isn't it? Here, this was the flap of the envelope, and I left it as such, glued it down the side and left it as a tuck, and then I cut out this part of this envelope with the window just for a journaling card there. Left that on there just because, like I said before, I find that sort of stuff interesting. This I made into a pocket. It's from obviously an envelope, and in here I've just tucked various bits and bobs. I really like how that's come out. It's private and confidential, so you put your private and confidential things in there and people have to stay out. I cut the top off that because it just looked like a little postcard to me. Made another little envelope there with a little die cut, and just something really pretty out of junk journal envelopes. But you can obviously write on the back of that, so they can just pop in there, and whoever gets the journal can obviously put their own bits and bobs in there. And that's the back, yeah, that's right, that's the back page, so that is that. So that is my junk mail junk journal. It's quite a mouthful, quite difficult to say. So I hope that you've enjoyed that today. It is a bit different to my usual kind of makes, but I still hope you've enjoyed it. I originally did kind of see a junk mail idea about 2 years ago. So if I can find the original video that sparked this idea, and it took me 3 years to get around to making one, I will link it down below. But that's all for today, and thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.